see up on your right there, that's the kind of scene you're not going to see anymore. Those barns and those silos like that, corn cribs. That's the kind of thing, the landscape out here is changing, man. Those are the kind of things that are going to be gone. They are. They're falling down and never to be reproduced. Reproduced. I said reproduced. I'm Casey, and I'm the barn guy. Barns are what I specialize in. You got a barn, I'm gonna do your barn. Wow, that is cool. The iconic farm, the setting that you're traditionally used to seeing in Perry Redland paintings and in books, with the barn, the red barn up on the hill type of thing, it's going away. You know, old McDonald had a farm at one time, and now old McDonald has a metal machine shed, you know? So what I do is I go in there and I talk with farmers, and I first and foremost try to get the history behind them, to capture the stories, the heartache, the heartbreak, the trials, the triumphs of the people that revolved around that barn. And then also capture the material and reuse that material in new construction projects, remodel projects. I like it. And ultimately, make a little bit of money on this deal. Libby, how's it going?
I'm Libby Pantsloff, and I'm an interior designer, and I work with Casey on a lot of these barn projects.
What do you got?
Well, I am pretty excited about this project.
Libby is one of the most creative designers I've ever dealt with. She's passionate about what she does, she's great at it, and she's kind of a hot cougar who likes to, let's say, play with the wood.
We got an interesting guy. He's
Okay.
really a good guy. He has horses and he has a ranch, so I can totally see how the barn would fit in this, and I just teased him enough just to keep him interested in the idea.
So you were teasing him with wood, basically.
Teasing him with wood.
You like teasing with wood, do you, Libby?
Oh, Casey,
Is that it?
let's make this clean, shall we? Casey can be sometimes a little inappropriate, but you know, that's Casey, and I'll brush it off.
All right, I've got my marching orders. I'm gonna go hog tie me a barn and get this worked out. Thanks, Libby.
We got it.
Good seeing
Okay,
you. Appreciate
great.
you calling, all right?
Thank you.
I'll see you.
Thanks, all right, bye-bye.
Oh, one last thing.
Yes.
Barn voyage.
Oh, gosh, that is so lame. Casey's not a weirdo. He's just a fun-loving guy.
I got your barn wood right here. I got your barn wood right here. I got your barn wood right here. But never let me give it to you. For me, there's a lot of goosebumpy moments with this stuff, you know. This is the part where you never know what you're gonna like get into. You know what I mean? First one is when you roll up on a barn, you're like, oh man, this is something. This is cool, you know. Oh my God, you see that? Holy. Those are turkey buzzards. And a new pair of shorts, please. And then you gotta go find out who owns the thing, and you gotta get access to it, you know? And that's always interesting. I mean, you never know who the heck you're gonna be talking to. Hey, excuse me. I mean, I've had dudes pull shotguns on me. Hi, I'm Casey.
How's Casey today?
And then you get these other guys, man, they're ornery, dude. I mean, they offer you a beer first thing, or a shot of whiskey, you know, because that's what you do. There's obviously a false floor in here at one time. Why do you think they had a false floor in this thing?
Back in the day when they were making moonshine, they had to have a place to store it and hide it.
I'll be dang. So you think that they had a floor system in here so that they would actually cover up basically the evidence?
Hide it up.
Hide it up?
Couldn't find it.
Did you ever see any evidence of anything like that out here? Anything?
You know, there used to be some bottles. We'd find bottles around. And
Really? Like big jugs?
big jugs. And
I'll be dang. What we do and what we found in the clientele that we work with is that they don't just want material. They want an experience. We did a project for Pete Ricketts here in town. He owns the Chicago Cubs. He's from Omaha. And he utilized material in his project that came from a barn where a horse thief used to store all of his horses back in the late 1800s. This redesign for this project was a multi-million-dollar redesign, and you can talk about any elements in his project, but the one thing he always talks about is that barn wood that we provided him. So what's your plans with this structure?
what's it worth?
The negotiation is always, you never know how that's going to go either, you know. But the reality of it is, these guys aren't going to do anything with these buildings, and that's the thing you got to remember. It takes up space, it's an insurance liability if you want to get into the nuts and bolts of all that. probably still on the tax rolls, believe it or not. You know, I've gotten guys actually to pay me to take the barns and remove them off their property. If I could come in here and kind of get this thing off the property for you, would that be a fair trade? If we just went ahead and took care of it for you and you don't have to worry about it?
That'd be excellent.
That'd be all right?
Oh, absolutely.
All right.
Let's do that.
Let's do it. I was pretty stoked to get that barn for free. Not only are we going to get that material in there, there were some things of value in there that we can turn around and you know, make some money on. So I was pretty excited about that. This is a good one.
It's usable.
There's a piano in there. That old thing, I can get almost $1,000 for that thing.
Even if it doesn't work, it's really detailed, cool legs. It's truly an art piece.
The old chopper in there, the metal chopper, I got guys that will come out and grab that for me. I don't even have to deal with it. They'll come get it and pay me for it. You know, there's a bed liner in there, believe it or not. Somebody will want that for 25, 30 bucks. So there's always things like that in these projects that you get that are unexpected.
I'm not, even though I grew up in the cattle feeding industry and with barns around, I don't know if I really want to bring it into my house. So tell me a reason why you think it should come into the house.
Let me ask you this, do you like whiskey?
I love whiskey.
You're a whiskey drinker?
I am.
Here's the thing. This barn we got, it's a whiskey barn. And so here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking we take this material off this barn and incorporate this material into your house. They used to have parties in this place. There's a piano sitting there that's just kind of wasting away, but it's really cool. And that piano was used back in the early 1900s for these parties they used to throw out there, man.
You know, so I get it. I like that facet because we've got 2 barns on our place where they didn't have a piano, but everyone played a musical instrument back then. So something like this with a distillery and, you know, our love for fine whiskey and stuff, that's cool. I like that idea. I'll be excited to come home. I am skeptical though.
You know what? Maybe if you just have a pull on this old whiskey here, you'll be a little bit less skeptical.
Well, it won't hurt.
Very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you
Adam,
too.
Libby, thank you very
Thanks,
much.
Casey, for coming.
I'm out of here. Bon voyage.
Oh, Casey, do you have to say that all the time?
Yes, I do.
Wow. I didn't think the barn would look that good right there. I like it.
You like it? You love it?
I love it.
We always try to present and do something interesting for the client that maybe they didn't expect. And that's part of the fun working with Libby. You know, we'll take little feeders and troughs and gates and doors and all kinds of neat little things that sometimes they won't expect that, and we'll build a mirror or we'll build a art piece for the wall or something like that we can surprise them with, the reveal, if you will. Congratulations, you have a beautiful home, Libby.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you.
All right, I'm out of here. Bon voyage.